Alright, this is Sean Hopkins from Hopkins Armor Holdings. Today we're going to do a tabletop review of a ZBlackbox 2000. Now, what is a ZBlackbox 2000? It's an in-car video camera system that's digital, high quality. It records 720 HD. So let's see what it comes with. As you can see, the box is plain. There's only one marking, and that's right there on the side. Gives a tracking code, nothing on the bottom, but other than that, it's a plain white box. This is what you get. You get a DVD software installation, which also has an instruction manual in it. You get a small instruction booklet, and all it says is vehicle surveillance vehicle video recorder HD 720p VGA 2-channel. This is the box. This is the actual product itself. This is the back view. This is the front view. What would be facing out of the windshield. This is what's facing toward the inside of the car. Again, 2-channel, 720p. The front camera has a 120-degree angle lens on it. The back camera has 170 degrees. So you almost get from two cameras. This is one camera. This is the other camera. You almost get 360-degree view. The back camera is a low lux. These are 4 infrared LEDs. You got a GPS, a record, and then a force record button. This is the microphone inside the car, and then this is an infrared report that you can use with the remote. It does have GPS capability, so it will record GPS anywhere you go. It's also got a 3D G sensor that works off of the X, Y, and Z axis. If your vehicle gets hit or if you're involved in an accident, it will start recording that event. Hopefully, with the almost 360 degree pattern, it will be recorded. If you open it up, this is a picture from the playback mode. I'm trying to get it zoomed in for you. It shows camera 1, camera 2, and then it goes to a GPS screen, almost kind of like a Google map. And it shows you exactly where you've been. You can actually toggle between the map that you see here or satellite view. These are the player controls. These are the format controls. The backup, configuration, map, playback, snapshot. The G sensor controls are here. It shows the X, Y, and Z axis. You've got the playback speed. It slows down to frame by frame. 1/4 speed, 1/2 speed, full speed. Then it goes 2 times, 4 times, and 8 times faster. You've got the volume control. You've got a compass to tell you whether you're going north, east, south, west. There are also Chinese icons on the screen itself. I'm not too crazy about that. You've got a mile-per-hour indicator. It'll tell you how fast you're going. The memory card goes into the side of the machine. It supports up to a 32 gigabyte memory card. You can get it in 4, 8, 16, and 32. If you do the 32 gigabyte SD card, it will allow you to record for a solid 16 hours in 2 gigabyte segments, and we'll talk about that in a second. The first thing you have to do is you have to format the SD card. Once you format the SD card, you put it into the machine, you plug it up to the DC cigarette lighter, and you're ready to go. This is the screen for record playback. This is the screen for disc playback. It's very simple. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. Your downloading speeds are usually for, you can download in SD format, which is very quick, or you can go with AVI format, which takes a little bit longer. If you go with both of them, it takes approximately 10 minutes, give or take, to download and back up both video file formats. I recommend both video file formats because if somebody were to subpoena the records and ask for the view for the defendant, then you would just want to give them snapshot 1. If they want both, then you're going to have both snapshot 1 and snapshot 2. Also the video for the GPS coordinate. But to get the GPS coordinates to come back on playback, you actually have to have an internet capable GPS signal. And we'll talk about that a little bit more. You've got a configuration screen where you can configuration the video quality, the video frame rate up to 30 frames per second, or low as 15 frames per second. You've got car information. You can put in vehicle number 1, officer number 1, your badge number, your unit number. You can also say something like "have a nice day." Then you've got a password setup. User number 1, put in your password. User number 2, put in your password. User number 1 would be your administrator. User number 2 would be the officer or person that's using the camera, so that they can't go and undo something that only the administrator can. Also, the time zone you need to set for Eastern Standard Time, or Central, or Mountain, or Pacific. You've got save, copy, and cancel functions. The unit of speed defaults to kilometers per hour or knots, but you can also change it to miles per hour. Playback password, you can put a playback password 4-digit in there. Also G sensor, you want to make that normal, and then sensor sensitivity, you want normal and normal. If you do a high sensitivity, if you go over a pothole, it might trip the sensor and force record. You don't want that. So just do normal, normal, normal on that. The instructions talk about the remote control feature. The next one, we'll talk about this a little bit later, but it talks about introduction to OSD interface. Video output from connecting TV out line to device. You'll need a special piece of equipment for that, and it's called an easy capture. What it is it's a digital to analog signal capture device. It costs $10 off of eBay. I'll show that in my next video, and I'll show how to set it up in a car in my next video with a computer. This is a live view. This is what you need the video capture device to get to play on your screen on the computer. It talks about the different functions of live view and what you can do with that. Now we're going to pull up the software on the computer. So let's change views real quick. Alright, let me show you the device. This is how big the device is. This is the back view. It's got 3 suction cups to mount, or you've got a different plate that it's got 3M adhesive. You can stick that on the window and then slide this onto that. Again, you've got your force record button, your record light indicator. It will blink slowly in regular record mode. The GPS will also be steady on or flash to let you know you've got a GPS signal, but the record mode, if you press force record, it'll flash very fast. But just regular record, it'll be like beep, beep, beep versus beep, 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 beep. Again, this is your low lux camera facing backwards, your 4 infrared LEDs. You've got your video out, and then you've got a GPS mouse attachment. So if you want to get an external GPS mouse to put on the trunk of the car or on the roof of the cab, then it would come in and plug in there. You've got a DC outlet here for power. You've also got a DC outlet here on the side, and then of course your SD slot for the 32 gigabyte sound card. I recommend the 32 gigabyte sound card. Power up cable goes in the side, comes back, and there's 2 little clips up here so that it goes up and over so that the power cord doesn't get in front of the camera, either on both sides. Both of the cameras are on one side of the unit. Now, I have been talking to the sellers of this product, and I may become a dealer for them. What I recommended is, because of the size of the cameras being so small, that what they may want to do is put 4 of them on the unit. One in the front, one in the back, one on the side, one on this side. That way you get 360-degree total recording off of 4 cameras, and it wouldn't cost much. This is the 3M adhesive plate that allows this thing to slide into if you didn't have the suction cups. An SD card adapter for the micro SD card, and it comes with 8 gigabyte micro SD card. So it comes with an 8 gigabyte card. That'll give you 4 hours of record time, but if you go with the larger 32 gigabyte, that'll give you 16 hours of record time. So let's switch views and let's look at the computer. The first thing you're going to do is, let me zoom in a little bit. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to come down, go to your start bar, you're going to go to your computer, you're going to go to your DVD drive, you're going to put in the software DVD. Let that boot up. Select the DVD drive. It'll take a second to read. Open file to view folder. You're going to go to, you see 2 folders here. One is menu, one is player. If you go to menu, double tap it, you see 2 manuals. One is in Chinese, one is in English. If you select on the English manual, it'll bring up kind of an in-depth manual for the device. It does not answer all of your questions, but we're going to talk about a few things that it doesn't answer. But let's exit out of there. Hit back. We're going to go to player, English, and then select Carbox 2 exe file. And you want to select yes to allow. Alright, this is the screen you're going to be looking at. This is the front camera view, this is the interior camera view, this is the map. These are your playback features, these are your format setup features. Your G-sensor feature will show down here is 3 lines. Your playback speeds of 1/8 speed, 1/4, 1/2 speed, regular speed, 2 times fast, 4 times fast, 8 times fast. Your volume control, your compass, and then just below the compass is your GPS coordinates, and this is your mile per hour. Now right now you can see the mile per hour is in knot, so we're going to come over here to configure, and we're going to change it to miles per hour just for the time being. We don't have the SD card in the side of the machine, so you can see that it changed it to mile per hour. Now come over here, you're going to select playback. There's a little file folder on the lower part of the screen right here. Select playback. I don't know if you can see this, but it says removable storage or backup file. Go to backup file and then select browse, and then you're going to see a bunch of icons come up. Now we're going to select, on this one it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the 6th one, and No, I'm sorry, not that one. Select the next one, and we're gonna hit play. This is me sitting in the patrol car, setting up the system. This is the front camera view. The time and the date is up here at the top. It's also in this screen. While I'm setting it up, we're going to go through, you can see the GPS coordinate, the map. We're going to change the setting to satellite view. There's the satellite view. It's the same map. It's showing me at the Utahville Police Department Town Hall. I've got the camera mounted under the rear view mirror. Let me pause this for a second. I've got it mounted under the rear view mirror. You can actually see that the fisheye lens shows the top part of the windshield on both sides. This is the in-car camera system that's installed in the patrol car, and this is the full view of the hood. Now, what I want to do, if you can see my mouse right here, you're going to double tap on this screen, and it's going to bring it up to a large screen. And then if you double tap again, it'll take the whole image and put it into the camera. That way you can actually focus on one image if you want, and this is just in playback mode. If you double tap on the screen again, it goes away, it goes back to default. We're going to go up here to this interior view. We're going to double tap on that. It's going to bring up a smaller screen. Double tap on the smaller screen and it'll bring it up to a full view here. Double tap again, it'll go away. You can do the same thing. You can double tap to zoom in on the GPS, the map screen, or back out. Now, as soon as you power this up, as soon as you attach it to the window, plug in the DC power cord, plug it into the cigarette lighter, it will initialize itself. It takes about 30 seconds, maybe a minute, minute and a half. But as soon as it starts recording, it will record non-stop until you unplug the device. There is no power on off for this device. So we'll go back to play. The microphone is sensitive. It will pick up whether you use your turn signal. It'll pick up what's happening inside the car. You can fast forward. Then what you want to do is you want to go to a go back to browse, select another file. It'll bring up more recordings. And all of the recordings should be in sequential. Down here you can see the G sensor is working. It shows the bumps and everything. You can do frame by frame. You can see the GPS shows the where I took off from the police department all the way down to the IGA back, and it shows you everywhere that you go. But let's stop that right now. All in all, I've tested the device out one day at work. I think it works phenomenally well. It does low light recording as well as high vis or high definition in the daytime. It's a very inexpensive system, and hopefully Hopkins Armor Holdings will be partnering up with the company that I bought this from, and we're going to be selling these shortly. So look forward to it on my next video, where I'm going to show this hooked up inside the car, attached to the computer. Hopefully I'll have the capture device so that you can get a live view of what you're gonna see driving down the road. Otherwise, once you plug it into the car, wait a minute or so for it to start flashing red and you're good to go. It's recording. If you hit force record, it writes that file at that moment to where you cannot permanently delete it. It makes a separate file inside the file itself. So if you like it, let me know. If you got comments, questions, put them up on the YouTube video and I'll try to answer them and get back to you. This is a very inexpensive system. We bought this one for $300. It was a gift for my birthday and it was one of the best presents I could have gotten. Be safe. Talk to you next time. Bye.